Hello, this is Ananya. In the last few lectures, we finished with two types of data structures, that is lists and tuples. Now, what are dictionaries? We had a little experience with that previously, right? Well, dictionaries are basically key and value pairs, which is used a lot across Python and basically when you're dealing with data, okay? So you have a key and you have a key that a value that is related to it. Alright, so we're going to have a lot of examples and we'll be using dictionaries in a few of the upcoming projects that we have. Alright, so sit tight and let's learn what dictionaries are and a lot of their examples. So a few important points that we must remember before we get started. Firstly, dictionary is a data type that has key value pairs. Secondly, they are unordered. And thirdly, the keys in dictionaries must be immutable. That is, you cannot use duplicate keys. Alright, let's get started with an example. Dictionaries are always shown using curly braces. So you have a key and with colon you assign to it any value. Alright, now it's not necessary that you only have integer keys. You can have mixed data types also. Now let's print it and see what we get. Okay, so you see you have your dictionary here. Now, what if I want a mixed data type, such as, let's keep the first key as it is, and secondly, let's assign to 2 a list. That is, the key 2 will hold a list. Alright, now let's see this. Okay, this 2 is allowed, no issues at all. Now let's take another example that we'll assign to a variable the dictionary method provided to us and make it into a dictionary. So what we can say is just remove this and call the dictionary method, and to that you will give a dictionary. This is one possible method. So let's give the same thing. And you separate it using commas, you know that by now. Okay, you assign to it the dict method. Again, what you can see the output, right? Another method to do it is you can put it inside a list of tuples. We had previously studied tuples, right? So what you do is you put this inside braces. Okay, let me just do it. Okay, you can see the dictionary down here. You have A assigned to 1 and B assigned to 2. This being said, let's try out nested dictionaries. Let me just comment this. So next, nested dictionaries will basically be a dictionary inside a dictionary. So we have D is equal to 1 holds A. Next, we have 2 holding another dictionary. Let's say hi is in English. Okay, so as you can see, 2 has been assigned another dictionary where hi and hola are the keys and English and Spanish are the values. Now let's print this. This is your dictionary. Now, what if I want to access the value of the key hi? Okay, accessing in dictionary is pretty simple. You simply put it inside square brackets. So I'll be showing you all the difficult examples. The simple ones, you all can do it by yourself. So I want to access the value of hi. So I have 2 keys, that is 2 and hi. So what I simply do is I put both of them inside 2 separate square brackets. I put 2 and a hi. Okay, this is going to give me the result. Hold on. Okay, there you go. We got the value English. So we saw how to access them, how to declare them, how to go through nested dictionaries. Now let's see how we can add more elements to it. Let's say I want to add a simple key value pair. That is, what I can do is D of 3. Okay, I want the key to be 3 and assign it to the value C. Okay, let's print this. You have the 3 and C key value pair added for you. Now, what if you want to add something inside the nested part? Okay, for that, what you do is simply put the same format we saw up here. Just do D of 2. Okay, the first key remains the same. Next, put a new key. Let's say Namaste. That is in Hindi. Okay, now let's print D. Oh, okay, you see, you have Namaste and Hindi key value pair added for you inside the dictionary of the second key. All right, this being said, we have added. Now let's try and delete something. Let's say I want to delete the value of the third key, that is C should be deleted. Simply say del, okay, the del keyword, D of 3. Okay, you don't have 3C anymore, the output out here. You can also use pop and clear. You all know that by now. We have used a lot of that in lists and tuples. Now, what if we want to access only the values in this dictionary? What you do is just say print D dot keys. Oh, sorry, we wanted the values, right? So you say values. Okay, it's as simple as that. Okay, you have dictionary values. I'll remove this, then it becomes more clearer. Okay, you have all the values, this entire value comes as 1, okay? Similarly, you can say D dot keys or D dot items to get both the keys and the values. Now let's move ahead to actually iterating inside the dictionary. So what you have to do is simply put the above methods inside a loop and you can get the values one by one. I'll show you a slightly difficult concept, or rather say an example, and you can solve the easy ones by yourself. So what we shall do is for key comma value, so I need two return variables, key comma value in D dot items, okay, the one that we just did, and inside that you just print key and value. It's as simple as that. So this is how you can simply print it. Let's see the output. Okay, you see all the keys and values given to you separately. Now let's move ahead with some examples. All right, so I have the questions ready for you. Now, where are they? Okay. The first question is create a dictionary named employees, and it should have these three values connected with each other. That is, employee 1 of ID should have this name and the designation as vice president and so on. So how do you think we can go about it? We were only assigning one value to each key. How can we have multiple values? Well, if you guess that we can use tuples, you're absolutely right. So let me just quickly do this. Okay, so you see I have created two tuples, employee 1 and employee 2, where you have the sort of imaginative key value pairs for name and designation. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a dictionary employees, and to that I shall assign the ID E1, and to that I'll assign the first tuple. You see how simple that is? Just put this inside commas, the quotes, and that's it, you're done. E2, all right. And to that I shall assign E2. Let's print this. That's it. Our first question is solved. Okay, I hope you all can see it down here. E1 is this entire tuple, E2 is this entire tuple. As simple as that. Now what I want to do is I want to give two more employees. All right, let me just give the employee names and I'll come back. Okay, so as you can see, we have two new tuples where I have the details of two new employees. Now this I want to add to my previous dictionary. So what I can do is I can use the update function or method provided. So what happens is I shall create another dictionary. Let's say employee 2. All right. And to that I shall give the exact same syntax. You all are understanding what's going on, right? And now I'll use the update method, that is employees dot update, and inside that I shall pass employees 2. It's as simple as that. Now let me just print employees. Okay, you can see the previous employee. The first print method gives you the unupdated dictionary, and in the second one you get the updated one. Now that we have solved these two, let's go ahead with our last question. That is, I want to give the names of all the people who have the designation as vice president. So I shall simply iterate inside the dictionary, that is for value in employees dot values. Okay, that is, it will basically access all the values, and if val of 1. Okay, now why 1? Because we are inside a tuple, remember. So inside the tuple, the first position gives you the designation and the 0th position gives you the name. All right, so if val of 1 is equal to vice president, okay, then just print the 0th position. So we say print val of 0. Now let's run this. You have RP, the name RP given to us. Now let's check it out if it's correct. Yes, it is correct. Vice president is RP. This being done, we have done a lot on dictionaries. Let's just quickly finish dictionary comprehension. Okay. Now this is again pretty simple. We've done this in list and set. Let's create a dictionary, that is L. Okay, so as you can see, I have created a list comprehension that will hold the numbers 0 to 4. Now I'm creating a dictionary comprehension to get the square of each number. So what I shall say is, I shall give the key value, that is square, and assign to it this square of each number. Okay, so I shall say raised to 2, and simply for square in L. That's it. It's as simple as that. Your dictionary comprehension is done. If you know list and tuple comprehension, this is going to be pretty easy. Sorry, the dictionary and set comprehension is going to be pretty easy for you. Okay, you see 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9 and 4, 16. Okay, now let's just quickly do another one. We have our previous 2 tuples, right? Let me just bring this into the picture. Now I'll comment those. Now what I want to do is, I shall give you all an example of the zip function. So you have an empty dictionary. Let me comment everything, otherwise it'll throw me errors. Now, if you all can see, I have 2 names assigned in the first list, and in the second list, I have 2 designations. So I want RP to be assigned to vice president and GR to director. So you can use the zip function here. Simply say for key value in zip. All right. So you have for key value in zip E1, E2. That is, zip basically joins 1 by 1 in both the lists. So RP gets assigned to VP first. Next, GR gets assigned to director, and so on. And now I shall simply say D of key, that is, I need to assign it, right, is equal to value. You have to do the assignment properly. And lastly, let's print it. Okay, so you have RP is vice president and GR is director. All right, this was all about dictionaries. I hope you all have a clear idea about it now. We've solved pretty examples, a lot of them. Now, I'll meet you all next time with something new. Bye-bye.